Hello, Yugi boys, Yugi girls. Welcome to a deck profile. This deck is like meta, it's like tier 1. And every deck profile I've seen of this in the few months, few days, they're all like running different ratios of everything. It's really interesting, and it's a deck. This deck, like, you really have to play against, like, just, I don't know, your locals, the meta, playtest as much as you can for you to adjust certain things. Let's go ahead and start talking about this deck and explain, the things, the ratios that need to be explained at least. The standard 3 Alistair. Alistair can be, it could be the year 2030 and normal summon Alistair. So I wouldn't care. I love Alistair. I think it's such an iconic card. I don't care if people hate it. People want this card limited or meltdown limited or nah, man. Just let Alistair be like part of Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Stop it with the hatred. Just let him be. He's just so fun. It's so fun. It's really easy. Um, this Upstart Goblin here is supposed to be an invocation, but for the life of me, I cannot find my second invocation, so I have to pick up another one like tomorrow. But 2 invocations and 3 Alistairs, that's pretty standard. The 3 Meltdown, for those that don't know, if you activate a fusion spell when Meltdown is up, they cannot negate it. They cannot stop the fusions from happening. So that's really cool when you have this and something like Fusion Destiny, which you should play if you have it in this deck. I don't have it at the moment, but that is something that I will add later and probably cut certain cards down a little bit. And then the terraforming. And this part of the engine is the easiest one to understand. Everybody knows what Alistair does. Very simple. He normal summons, search invocation, or Book of the Law, and he also is a hand trap to boost a fusion guy. So that's for the invoke. And now for the second part of the engine. Now, some people played 1, some people played 2. I like to play 3. Ecclesia. A friend of mine pretty much told me, if your Alistair gets negated and you have this in your hand, so then Alistair, you make the Almirage, and Almirage make the Secure Gardener, and then especially Ecclesia to search to search something. That's still like, pretty strong. That's a good backup play in case that your Alistair gets negated. And yeah, he kind of sold me in that idea. Most people like to play 1, but I do like to see Ecclesia in my hand. So 3 Ecclesia also can be destroyed by battle. What else does this card do? I believe that can be destroyed by battle by monsters from the extra deck. Now Fleur de Lis, I do want to play 2 Fleur because it comes up later on. So and I have like the second one right here, but I'm undecisive. I kind of want it to be 2/2 and 1 Maximus. I want it to be like this, but at the moment I cut this. But I have to play some more to make up my mind. But some people like to do 1/1/1, but I like 3/1/1. And then I'm gonna keep going with the engine. Triple Nadir Servant. You draw this card in the opening hand. It's just nuts. And 2 Punishment. 2 Dogmatic Punishment. And Dogmatic Punishment is also a card. Some people play 2, some people play 1, some people play 3. I like 3. I want to play 3, but I cut 1 because I wanted to play like different cards. Like I wanted to play some hand traps. So that's for the Dogmatica package. And now for the package that's so different everywhere. The shaddolls. Some people don't even. A lot of people cut them out. Wendy. 1 Ariel. So Wendy, if you sent to the graveyard of a card effect, special a shaddoll face down. Does it matter? Hold on. Yeah, face down, but it can't be herself. Ariel, when it's into the graveyard, it can Banish up to 3 cards from each graveyard. So that comes up. There's also a cool combo with her and this other card, Incarnation, which I want to play. I want to add it, but then at that point, it's like, might as well just play like shaddolls and cut the Domatika stuff. Play like Shaddoll Invoke, or maybe pure Shaddoll or Trap Shaddoll. But man, it's just this deck is Squamata. Squamata's cool. The flip effect comes up to me sometimes. It's a foolish burial for the shaddolls. Beast flip effect, draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. The scent effect, draw a card. Then we have Dragon pops back row. The flip effect returns a card. And then some people don't play this, but Hedgehog. I'll play Hedgehog. If you don't want to play shaddolls, what a lot of people are doing is that they'll cut, like, this 3 will be Fusion Destiny, and then like 2 will be like the Destiny Hero targets. You could do that if you want to. At the moment, because of a certain card I'm playing, I'm playing that for the moment. Let me keep going with the Shaddoll stuff. So triple Shaddoll Fusion. So Shaddoll Fusion is really strong, and when going second, you can always control if you go first. If you go first all the time and you have like hand traps and you cut all this stuff, then yeah. But I really like Shaddoll Fusion, and activating like a Shaddoll Fusion later for the other Shaddolls. That's why you want to play more Shaddolls, so you can activate Shaddoll Fusion multiple times. Schism, one Schism, we can search it, and that's it for the Shaddoll engine. I mean, there is an honorably a card that I'm playing Foolish Burial, so that's because sometimes your hands are kind of strange, and this will make it a little better. So that's for the Shaddoll stuff. And now for the remaining cards, we have 3 Infinite Impermanence. Good going first, good going second. Triple copies of Ash Blossom. Now this is not a going second version, but I am maining Super Polys. The reason I'm maining Super Polys is because I wanted to play this deck with Phoenix Enforcer, but I don't have it at the moment. So I thought if I play a little bit more Shaddolls, and then I play Super Poly, and if I play the Mirror, when they have Enforcer and Winda, I just fuse them away and make my own Winda. And so we have a very good matchup against the Mirror. The way I'm playing it, if I face a Mirror, then I'm in a good position. And for the last card I have here is One Call by the Grave. Now these Infinite Impermanences, like, I really want to cut them or side the super. Well, my friend told me I should side the Super Polys, but I really want to add another Fleur, another Punishment, and this. Like, I really want to add them, but see, what happens is that if you add more, why not just play like a pure Dogmatica at that point? Or if you start adding cards like this, why don't you just play Shaddolls, like pure Shaddolls, if you like that line of play. But play what you like. Let's go into the extra deck real quick. Now the extra deck, oh man, there's so many. There's not enough room. There's so many options. The Almiraj, Darna obviously for the what's his name, Alistair. Now I'm playing a Gravity Controller. This is for sometimes you want to link away the construct. And that's like a play that if you play like pure Shaddolls, and sometimes it comes up. This could be debatable to cut it. An Anaconda, sometimes you want to have like a fusion spell and you don't draw it, so, or you can't search it, or you can't get away to send Upclone to search a Shaddoll Fusion, so you make Anaconda, copy the effect. And then we have here, that's it for the links. Let's just go by, okay, so that's it for the links. Then we have 2 Mekaba. You could have one Mechaba and one of the other light one, the one that fuses with a spellcaster. If you want to, it could be 1-1. But I like to play double Mechaba. Purgatrio. That's I'm not playing Raging. I want to play Raging, but there's just not enough space. There's just not enough space. It's just not enough. I guess I'll leave this here. Try organism. One construct. Man, I don't know. Sometimes I wanna have a second construct, but and this is another reason why I wanted to play Incarnation, because at least I can loop my one construct over and over and over if it was like needed. But at the moment, we're just gonna have to. This is a deck that if you want to pick up this deck, or if you have it and you play it, you know that every now and then you're tweaking it. Maybe you add a second construct. Maybe you're playing. Maybe you say to yourself, "I don't need 2 windows," and then you add the second window. Some people I've seen they play 1 up clone. I'm playing 2 up clone because my shadow package is like bigger. So then if I draw them, right, I use up clone to like discard them, get the effects, and kind of fix my hand. So that's like the logic why I'm playing double up clone. If you're playing a smaller package, you're probably gonna play 1. Some people play just 1 window. I feel like I should do that. I feel like I should play like a 1 window and cut maybe add like a Cypher Gear Gamma or a second Natis. Starving Venom, that's for my, obviously Starving Venom is for the, what's his name, super polymerization target. And then 1 Ash Dragon and 1 Natis. That's what I'm running at the moment. But if you play this deck, you know that every now and then you tweak it a little bit. You switch the ratios of things because you think, and I guess this is how it's gonna be for a lot of people, because I haven't seen a definitive way to play this deck. I've always seen people, they like certain things, they have their certain preferences, and they're not wrong. It's just, some are more optimal than others. This version that I'm showcasing might not be the most optimal, but it is whatever flaw you see in it. I am trying. There is like some logic behind it. Yeah, this is a big boy deck. It's the Alistair stuff's pretty simple to understand. The Domatika stuff, I mean, it's simple. It's just like when the 3 decks are put together like this. Alistair, pretty simple. The ratios for Alistair always gonna be the same. The ratios for the Domatika, it could be 1-1-1, 2-1-1, 3-1-1, 3-2-1. It's up to you. The shaddolls, you could play no shaddolls and just rely on the extra deck ones, and maybe play like a second copy of Schism. It is really, some of his preference, some is meta reliant, sometimes it matters. I could go on and on, man. Like, as I look at all these cards, I kind of want to do a deck profile of pure Domatika. I want to do a deck profile of pure shaddolls, and I want to do like a profile of Shaddoll. Shaddoll Invoke. What's his name? Golden Lord, Eldritch Invoked, Mech Knight Invoked. Like, Alistair is a fun card. It's fun to throw in light decks. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this before, because I can keep talking about Alistair in ratios and stuff. So I'm just gonna cut it. If you want to see a deck profile of something else, something that's like a rogue deck or a fun deck or maybe another meta deck, let me know, and I'll post my version and kind of talk it through. Okay, thank you so much for watching, subscribing, I really appreciate it. I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.